Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back to Moroccan Journal Mondays. So yeah, we're back to working on our Moroccan Journal every Monday. And today I'm going to do the cover. I'm going to collage it. As you can see, I'm back in my craft room, my normal craft room. The weather's cooled off a bit and it's just so much easier to spread myself out up here, especially as I'm going to be doing some messy stuff today. I'm going to be getting a bit of a mess, so I needed to have a bit more space and I needed all my stuff kind of around me, so it made sense to move back up here. And it's not so hot in here now, it's much more comfortable, so I'm fine. So to do this, I have got so much ridiculous amount of paper here to choose from. But I thought, well, I just need all the stuff to make what I think I want to do. I mean, it looks such a small space considering how much paper I've got here. I'll quickly show you what I've brought across or pulled out. So I've got a selection of pink papers. So starting with the ones from the kit, these are all the much more pink coloured papers from the Medieval Mirage kit. But also some William Morris and different shades of pink. And different patterns. I'm not sure I'll use that one, that's got too much blue in it. So loads and loads of William Morris. Of course I'll only use hardly any of them. Then one of the rich damask, which may or may not be pink or purple. I think it's kind of more pinky. And also more William Morris. I put that with the William Morris, so it's probably the same one. Yeah, I've got too much of that. And my remaining jelly print. So a whole load of pink. I mean, I could cover about 100 journals just with this lot. And then I've got some more purpley ones. Though I have realised that this one, although it looks very purple on screen, and I have used it as one of the signature pages, it looks a lot more pink when it's printed, which is a little odd, but so be it. But it is still more purple than pink when you put it with the pink one. So I'm sticking it with the purples. This has definitely got purple in it. So I've got a few of the kit pages and a few other purpley coloured pieces. That's Roxy Creations, more William Morris, more Rich Damask. These are all Shabby Dabby Doodle. So yeah, I've got a few, not so many, but I have got a few purple papers. I have also pulled out some book page, some really old book page in different languages. I do want to mix it up. I've got a nice bit of script here and a bit of that on as well. I don't want it just wall-to-wall bright colours. I want to have a bit of this on it as well. Obviously not as much as this. I just wanted choices of colours and scripts and things like that. And lastly, and probably least, because I'm least likely to use it rather than I'm likely to use it, but I have got some painted papers here in pinks and purples. I've got some that I literally just painted, or don't think I need that. So these are just book pages that I've painted with some quite bright acrylics. These are run-off pages when I've been doing jelly printing, and that's got quite a lot of purple in it. This is some spray paints. Well, I've sprayed a page, I don't know quite why I did it, but just for fun. Bit of pinky colour here, so may or may not, probably not. More run-off papers. This was a background, some I use in the Amazon papers behind my work so that I can protect my table. There's a bit of maybe usable, maybe not in there, so we'll see. I've got them there, extra bits of colour if I need them. I think the ones that seem to be more likely to be usable are these two, I think, because they've got the more of the colours in that I'm probably using. So we'll see. So, and what I'm going to do, I've been thinking about which is the best way to do it, because you can either just stick your bits of paper on with a glue stick and then go over it with Mod Podge, or not. Depends how much you worry about things coming off. But I think the way I'm going to do it, I've got some watered down Mod Podge here, so it's a little bit more watery. My Mod Podge has gone really very, very thick, It's not spreadable at all. So it has to be watered down to be able to even use it. But actually, I've done this a number of times, this technique, to cover some boxes when I've collaged some few little, some of my ink cartridge boxes, makes them quite pretty, and you can use them for other things. And I've done several like that, and I actually use this watered down Mod Podge, slap it on, and then it sets quite hard, and you don't have to do it more than once. So I thought, rather than doing it once and then go over it and etc., I'm just going to use this, and then I've just got to let it dry. So it does make it quite wet to start with, the paper, and because it's a paper bag and I've got, at least this bit is going to be a pocket, I've actually put a plastic wallet inside the envelope to protect the bottom page from it all leaking through and making everything soggy. So I can then do the inside afterwards, and that will look, I'll be able to do it separately. But I didn't want the two pages to stick together, at least not on this side. So that's why I put that inside it. And I think that's it. I think we're ready to go. I'm not going to glue immediately because I need to choose my papers. And all I'm going to do is go through all these piles of papers and tear some bits off to make a little pile. I've got a tray here that I'm just going to put my little scraps of paper in. So then I can go through and choose some to glue down, rather than choosing, gluing, tearing it off and doing that. I'm just going to tear them all in one go and give myself a pile to choose from. So I shall speed the camera up because obviously it'll probably take me ages to go through and tear bits off, and then that'll be the whole video done. So I will speed it up depending on how long it takes me, as how fast I make it go. But you'll still see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to put my little tray here. I'll just put this out of the way for a moment and start tearing. Right, I've got my pile of papers, as you can see, I've got loads, and I did tear them quite big because on the outside of the cover I do want bigger pieces, and inside I think I'll collage with smaller pieces just to make it look a bit different. And I can tear these pieces down. I thought I'd give myself lots of biggish pieces, and if they need tearing down a bit as I go, I can do that. So let's make a start. Let's get my cover back in. First of all, I need to just, before I start gluing, I want to just see how they're going to look on here. Because now I've got all these basic pieces, I've got to make them work together, haven't I? Because it's quite a variety of papers here. And I really like this piece, maybe to go right at the front. But I also need to fold them over, if I remember to do that. So that I'm covering, because this is a bag, so it's got this gusset, so if I fold them over it'll seal the gusset, and then I may well sew around it afterwards. I may well do that, or I may not. We'll see how I feel. So I really like a nice big, I think this is possibly too big. I might cut it, tear it down a bit more, otherwise it takes up half the front, doesn't it? But I wanted a good size piece from the kit to kind of start things off. So like that, maybe. Not quite so wrapped over so much, but something like that. And I would also like a nice piece of script or book page or something. So I have this piece, or maybe that one. I'll have to probably straighten the edge on whichever piece I choose. I'll straighten it off on that side, because it's got to go right up to the edge of this opening, so I want it to go right to the edge, something like that. Not sure about the colour yet, that might be a better colour. Or there's that lovely script, and I do want to use that. I think I like that side, so maybe making that quite prominent on the front would be quite nice. I might not do it, maybe I'll just do some of it. So I'm just trying to figure out, once you get started it's a bit easier, isn't it? I just need to tear off that bit there, because I don't want it to make it a bit thick underneath. That's just a little bit curled up, so it might be a bit too thick. So maybe we'll go there. And need to introduce a little purple. So I love this. I think this is very much in the right style. Can't put it there because I'll just have a silly gap. But I could maybe put it here and wrap that around. Yeah, could do that. Or we could put it around the spine like that, because that would be quite nice too. That might look quite good. Wrap it around a little. Yeah, maybe I could do that. I'm just kind of getting a feel for my colours. That's got a little white edge, so I just need to take that off, because I think I might put a bit of this down here. that around a little bit. Okay, we're getting it's coming together slowly. This is double-sided, so I think that confused me because I couldn't find this piece when I was looking, but it was because it was on the back of one I was already going to use. So I've got a piece of this, which may or may not be purple. It's meant to be. Well, it looked purple. I wonder if I can put a bit of that across there. I will start gluing things down, I promise. But I don't like to glue, it's going to be a bit too permanent if I do it before I am ready. And this is my cover after all, so it's important I get it right. I know Gail, I've seen her doing them, she just goes for it. But I don't like that shape. But then she sticks to more regular shapes, it does make it easier. So I need to bring this down a bit more, I think. That might work better. And then I can do but I do like the torn look, that's my problem. Well, it's not a problem, it's just what I like to do. I like it being torn and irregular looking, especially using the medieval marge, because a lot of her pages have that look, don't they? Like torn fragments. Yeah, now I've got those two bits together, I don't like them. Oh dear. That may have to go somewhere else. Like that. Okay. I am going to start gluing, I think, otherwise we'll never get there. And if there's something I don't like, I'll have to just cover it up. It's just another layer, so it'll be fine. So I think this piece needs to go on first. So I think what I'm going to do is put some glue. It's quite thick, it's kind of creamy, but it was so, I may not have got it watered down enough, I don't know. I was a bit worried if it was too watery, it wouldn't hold. So we're just going to paste on the glue. Now you can see why I put the plastic underneath. This is probably going to get quite wet. Put that down. Oh, I was going to change, was it? But no, it was. I need to straighten that edge, don't I? Where'd I put my ruler? I had a little ruler. Where'd I put it? Oh. Always the way. Once you start going, you lose something, and I've got so much space on my desk. Oh, I put it in here, didn't I? I put it in my tray. So I need to just straighten that edge. Oop. I may have to trim it after. Straight edges is not easy when you haven't cut them straight. Let me see if that's going to work. Bring it down a bit. I'll trim it after, I think that's what I'll have to do. Oh no, I was going to put this up a little bit so I could wrap it around. So this needs to go up just a little. And then we can put this piece on. Right, so now, let's see where it's going to get super wet because I'm going to put the glue over the top as well. And that's got a little bit bunched up there. Gosh, I hope this is going to work. Oh, I think I've got some... This isn't going to work because I think the ink is running on my digital. Never thought of that, did I? Because I've done it before with other digitals and it's been alright. To see. This is going to run. It is running a little. It's kind of blending. We'll have to see how that works, won't we? How that works out. So I put that there. Okay. It's all a bit scary. If I ruin it, I'll find another paper bag and we will start again. It's only paper. Remember that. It's only paper. The only bit that's not replaceable is this bit. And I might put some a book page here, I think. Got this bit. Put it like that. I think we're good. Right, so that's it done. I will be adding a bit more decoration here and there, probably some fabrics, maybe some other little die cuts or something. Maybe I'll put some of the perfume bottles around. I haven't quite decided. We'll play with that when it's dry, probably in the next video, because I need to let this side dry so that we can turn it over and do the other side. That's all going to get done today. But yeah, I'm reasonably happy. It's a little bit creased up and wrinkly here and there, but I'm hoping that when it dries, I know I've got a little spot here that I didn't cover. Maybe I should just put a little something there right now just to make sure it's all completely covered. Maybe what should we go for? No, it's the same paper. Now I want something, a little bit of contrast. Is that meant to be the same colour as that? It's not come out very well, is it? A little bit of that. Do I like that on there? Because it's right on the front and centre. Not sure I do. I've got to really like the bits that are on the front, otherwise what's the point? I'll have a little bit more of that maybe. Yeah, just a little touch of that. Oh, yeah, my for some reason somehow my paintbrush got pinged over to somewhere over in the corner there on the floor, so I can't get it, but I have got to pack up. So I'll just pop that on there. I could have used this one anyway. Let's just pop that there. Yep, don't like that little bit. A little bit sticking out, so pop that there, I think. Just cover up that little bit that I'd missed. There we are. Okay, I'm going to let this dry now, and then I'll come back, we'll turn it over, I'll redo the spine to make sure we don't lose the spine or forget where it is, because it's down here somewhere, and then we'll collage the other side, and that will be enough for today. So I'll see you in a minute. Right, it's all dry now. I've just got to check. Might be the odd bit that's coming up, but on the whole it seems to be well dried down. It's a little bit crinkly here and there, but I don't mind that. Gives it that nice kind of crunchy feel. So yeah, I can see there's a couple of bits that might need re-gluing afterwards, but let's move on. The first thing I want to do is just trim off a few bits where there's an edge, like here. If we turn it over, I'm going to cut that piece off. So I haven't gone round the edge of this. This is already quite thick, doesn't need that reinforcement. And I'll just trim that off. And on the other side, where we've just got a little bit sticking out where the edge of the pocket is. I'll just trim that off a little as well. Yeah, it's all nice and dry now, so we can move on to this side. So the first thing I want to do is refold our spine. so the fold is it's going to be showing on the outside, so we don't lose where that is. It's quite tricky to kind of get it back in the right place and make sure it's straight as well. Trying to, is that right? Let's just check where I'm folding. It seems to be about right. Of course, I've left my bone folder downstairs. First of all, I'd left my scissors downstairs, had to go and get those, and now I've left my bone folder downstairs, so I'm just using the scissors. Let's see if I've got it still in the right place. Yes, it seems to be about right. So hopefully we're straight. May have to rejig it a little afterwards just to make sure they're all lined up. I think we're about right. And then we need to do the other one. So just to leave us our little 1/2 inch spine there. Gives a bit of room to expand once we start filling the signature and adding pockets. Just check I've got that in the right place. Yes, I have. So again, just use my scissors as my bone folder. Yeah. So okay. So we've now got our spine. So now you can see how the front will look. And the other bit we need to fold, of course, is our flap as well. I'll just fold that round. So all of these pieces of paper are going to get glued around. But I'll do those afterwards, I think. I just wanted to refold these fold lines to make sure they're showing on the outside as well as the inside, so we don't lose that. So let's just, and then we're going to have something like that. But there will be, as I've said, there's probably going to be fabrics and more yummy things added. So let's get gluing on the inside. And I've taken my scraps that I had before, but I've torn them up a bit more to make them a bit smaller, and I still may make them even smaller. But they're, you know, we just need to have loads of little pieces, really. So that's how I'm going to do the inside, I think. So I'm going to start by gluing around these folded around pieces. I'm going to go right up to the edge. And fold these around. It's a messy business, but it's quite fun. And it'll make the front look better once these are folded too. And this little bit, which was the spiny bit. Don't know why I've got the glue so far away. This little tiny bit round, and then that one can follow. Okay. Okay, that's that side done. Turn around to the other side, and then we'll start properly collaging. So I will speed things up again because it all takes quite a bit of time to do. Right, that's the inside finished. I kind of feel like I like it more than the outside, but that often happens. I've had that happen before when I actually like the inside more, because I think I've just kind of got more into the feel of it. I think I should have done the inside first. I've thought that before and I didn't really think of it this time. I probably should have done the inside first, just because I seem to need to do one layer before I kind of feel my way into what I'm doing. So I probably should have started with this bit first, because it's inside and not going to be so viewed. But when it's all dry, properly dry, I will reassess, and there's things we can do. We can do more decorating. I want to make sure this was properly covered and properly glued down, because I don't think I'll be adding more embellishment to this side, but I will be on the outside. So I really need to leave this all overnight now to properly dry. Oh, I realised I've just spotted a bit I missed. Just there. Let's find a bit. Not that bit. What about that bit? That bit will go. It's funny how all this, you think you've got it all. No, I don't like that. That's it. And then you miss a bit. So easy to do. Don't think I've missed any more. Right, now I will properly leave it to dry overnight. Richard and I have to go and order a carpet. That will finish off our living room. And then we will be cosy for the winter. So this, you'll see it in the next video. It'll be all dry. And then we'll have a look at what we do next. So thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this. I know it's all been speeded up, but that's what it needs to be to get it all done in one video. And I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.